We are here today at Akullian Creative space and video, animation, and design. Let's go check it out.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome to Akullian Creative.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Sweet.
Yeah, let's take a tour.
Awesome, let's do it.
You know, I feel really fortunate to be sitting, like, honestly, at the stool I'm sitting in right now. And my name's Rich Akullian. My friends call me Ace. My mom calls me Richard Michael. And my team, they just yell at me when I'm wrong. You know, and I'm wrong a lot, but I'm also right a lot of times. And I was right about, like, you know, building this place which you guys are standing in now and putting together the team. All right, so in here, I mean, this is like really, when you dream it up, this is what like we wanted for our creative space. This is something we're gonna update every 3 months. This is a chalkboard wall. So this first piece here, and like a reason why we're actually even in this office, is for my cousin Thomas. He recently passed away in April, but he's the reason. His camera was the first camera I used when I started. And so on his mirror, he said, "Good morning, partner, let us have a good day. Check yes to the experiences you wish to have today." And it went down through spontaneity, creativity, to feel loved, etc. And it finished with thank you. So that's kind of our first piece here, is that like this is like a big thank you to Thomas. We really love like the high ceilings because like you know, like you feel like your ideas can be bigger here. It's really like the fishbowl effect. And this will even continue to get better, but right now in here, this is where we really just like to greet people. We've got a nice guest book because like on the way out, like we'll definitely have you guys sign because it's all about like the people that come through here.
Yeah.
And then also our colors are red, blue, and yellow/orange. It's the Armenian colors. It looks like we had some sweet tooth people ripping out my candy. Throw that up. In here we've got our kitchen, which I make a lot of smoothies out here, and we've got smart homes, which actually allow us to let us know like when our team's on vacation. And so these are out throughout the office, and it's tied into our calendars because, you know, as we've been getting extra busy when we're going on production and stuff, we really need to know like if people are around. So we're just starting to get these more involved, and then also like when we're going out to a shoot, we're going to be adding things on like, hey, we need to rent stuff and put in here so the team can really be aware. Alexa, show me the studio.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. There it is.
We can actually view that from other places, so like I have other cameras going there too, so in my office and stuff we'll be able to like view a director's kind of behind the scenes without really stepping on the footprint of our office.
Super cool.
And here's our little break room, which I don't take many breaks, but we're coming. These down here, so I got these made when we were in our old space. They were built by this local guy, Max. He's a really cool craftsman, and he does unique stuff.
Yeah.
So I actually commissioned him to make me a cool coffee table. This was the first thing I ever got made with our logo in it, made by a blacksmith locally.
Yeah.
It's really heavy. So yeah, so that's the reception area. We've set up our office to have a flow for creative production. This is actually wired so that like these switch colors here. If it's red, that means like that someone's filming in the studio, and like pleasantly let people know like shut the
Exactly.
Yeah. I quit my job on July 26, 2014. I worked for a software company that had just been bought. My dad was in the hospital. My last day that I ever worked for this company called Autotask, which really changed my life, was 8/8, the first day that I worked for myself, and the last day that I'll ever work for anyone else. But I quit to actually make a pilot called The Cul-de-Sac Kids. And then we come down, so this is design. And Esther, as we said, was gone, but we've got Kaylee. So Kaylee's one of our designers and talented ones, and this is where nothing's impossible. And she can tell you about what she's working on.
Yeah, right now I'm working on new branding and a logo for a new studio. Made a different logo for this shirt.
Love that. So do you do like exclusively animation design? Did you go to school for that?
Yeah, I did. I went to St. Rose for graphic design and photography.
Awesome.
But we honestly do everything here.
Yeah.
So in one day I might be doing animation, logo design, video planning and production, photo shoot, web design. It could be anything on any day.
Cool. That's awesome.
With my little cousin Thomas, who was 18 years old and I was 30 at the time. He had just been given a camera by Make-A-Wish because at 14 he found out he needed a new heart. I quit my job, and then we recruited a cast of like 70 plus people. We put together a pilot that really wasn't great, and we wrote this script together, and I quit my job a month after we started writing it. All right, so now you were in design, and now like once we actually design something, we actually are gonna take it to marketing and actually like get into production. So in here we've got Sydney and Isabel, and this is where the magic happens, of course. These desks were also made by the same guy who also made everything out in the front.
You're Sydney?
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so I'm just working on an email campaign we're doing for a event that we're hosting actually here in a couple weeks.
Sweet.
So we wanted to do more of like a Scandinavian vibe with like modern tops. One of the things that we work on a lot is social media, so we felt like this was a really good backdrop for social media posts and any like video content we want to take in here. We actually put it up ourselves ourselves too. We like it like came in a box and it took us like days to put up.
We like clip each individual part.
Is it like a sheet or is it like little individual?
It's individual
little
squares
boxes.
that come in. It's insane.
Isabel, what are you working on over here?
I'm working on a social calendar for one of our clients.
Sweet.
So I'm making social posts and planning out the rest of the quarter. And then we make the captions and then send those to the client to get them approved.
All right, we got design, we got marketing, and we got everything in there, but we really you need to edit stuff. This is actually the last office to be set up still here. This is a drawing board. I mean, literally I've got a VCR there, so that any type of media can come in here and can be worked with really efficiently. This computer right here is actually my travel laptop. This is like a desktop actually, heavy as heck.
Yeah.
But this is legitimately like as strong as my desktop.
How much something like that cost?
This was like $3 grand plus when I built it. And that's TV neutral gray. So it's painted neutral gray paint. It's matte gray so that when it's fully dark in there, your eyes won't be biased. And so when you're color grading, it can really be perfect. And unfortunately, my little cousin's not with us today, and he passed away about 9 months ago. And you know, one of the things when I read in his journals that he left was that he wanted to turn his garage into his lab, his creative lab, and that was the moment that I just said like, hey, I have to take my creative seriously, because there's not enough time to put out the art that I want to do and to do the stuff I want to do. This is door 2 for the studio. You can actually get in over there as well. It gives us the ability to get in and get out without really disrupting stuff when it's going on. And right now, we've got a little fun, I mean the team's been running around, but we're doing a fun team shoot in here right now.
Actually, no, look at
In here we've got TV black paint, which is the darkest paint and the least light reflective paint that you can get. If you touch it, it puts marks on it and like I will break off your hands. The audio panels up here, so these are actually 2-inch sound absorption panels built throughout. And then we actually were lucky to have a guy named Dave Tayo. He told us that we really needed to cover like 50% to 60% of the walls in sound absorption. And then he really said that we were going to be focused on having a hard, crisp floor, because that was the only way that we were going to get like some snap on people's voices versus being like really like soft. But we started with one camera that was my cousin's, and now we have a lot of film. This is Christina and Molly. They work on our social team. Going live here. So the money putt is done live so that we can prove it. They gotta hit it. If it goes in, they get $100.
Usually I miss the ball, so.
Oh, hazy.
For context, usually I hit it into the wall really hard. So that was better for me.
It's a progression. Don't hit me. Right in the fridge.
I can put any photos of her and feel like I like. Yeah. Good job.
That
was very close.
I got a question. The story with the VCR camera over there.
So that's my first camera.
Yep, I have one just like that.
Yeah, so the RCA is my first ever camera. That's actually like shot everything on that thing.
I got one last thing for you though. I've never rode a one wheel.
You can do whatever you want on one wheel. Like, are you good? Are you a?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. So the power's up here. So like you never want to only have one foot on the front. If you only have one foot on the front, this thing's about to whip around and break your legs. Nice. Like type deals.
Seems easy enough.
Lean forward, you're gonna feel engaged. So we offer our value by helping companies tell their story. That's actually our trademark, is we tell your story. And so when we do that, it's about finding ways that can connect with people and audiences that matter. And this is a place that we can really do that from.
Treats. Oh, baby.
Smile for the camera.
No!